Hello, my name is Shirley and welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to do a few Valentine's Day craft. Valentine's Day is only 8 days away, so I'll be showing you a few items that you can put together very quickly. The first one will be the Valentine's Day art that you can hang on your wall or your door. And the second one is this Valentine's Day door hanger that you can also hang on your door. So one of them is really a neutral color, and the other one is the red for Valentine's Day. So before we get started, if you like what you've seen on my channel to date and you would like to see more of what you've seen, please subscribe to my channel. Please leave comments, leave content of what you would like to see so that I can bring you more content through 2021. So again, please subscribe to my channel. Your subscription helps the channel grow and also helps me bring you more content. So the first craft we're doing is on this board. I got the board from Walmart. It was $2. And the heart that I'm putting on here is from Dollar Tree. And the heart is just one of those felt hearts with glitters on them around the edges. So basically all you're doing is just taking this part, lining it up on the board, and just gluing it in place. Okay, basically I'm going to start, and I usually would move it around and maybe eye it to make sure that the measurements from top to bottom is about the same. Usually I use like my finger and see where it aligns. So I move it up a little bit more. And it's the same, yeah. So you can use a ruler if you want to, but this is just my own trick that I use. So I'm going to just, since I have it lined up, and it looks even on both sides, there's not a lot of space left on the sides. So I'm just going to hold it here in the center and glue that in place. You can show that the spacing on both sides is about the same. It looks like it's the same. So, and then I'm just going to start going around in different places, and then just a dab of glue and pressing it down. Same on this side, just to have it stabilize it. You have glue on most parts so that it stays. I don't want the glue to come out, so I'm just going to try to eyeball it. I said do this. There's another part. And then I'm going to just do some down here. A little bit of glue, press it down. Same thing on this side. A little bit of glue. And I'm just doing it in areas that doesn't have any cuts, so that the glue stays underneath. And then I'm going to do a little bit on here. Now I'm just going to put it onto the actual item. Same thing here. Just put a little bit of glue, and then of course do the tip right there. And the board came with this twine hanger, and I want my hanger to be red, so I have some red knitting use this as a measurement, but I just make sure to put like an inch, like 2 inches on each, 2 extra inches on each side, so that I'm able to tie a knot. So first what I do is I take the end and put it in the hole that's already in the board, and then tie my knots. I usually tie my knots about 3 different times so that it's thick and it doesn't come through the hole. And I'm just eyeballing it, and if it looks too small, I'll keep tying until I get a big enough knot. So there we go. And then on this side, this one I'm using the twine that was originally on the board. And then I'll leave about a few inches on the end to tie my knot. And I'm going to use this for something else. So I'm just putting it down here so I can have it for later. Not in a craft today, but sometimes later. I don't throw anything away. I just try to keep it. Come in handy. I'm going to do my knots. I have my knots already in there, and then just go around. I'm going to have to take some tacky, some sticky stuff remover and just remove it off the board. Now here's the part. This is what you get, and you can hang it on your door, or you can use it as a wall art, or you can just place it on your mantle and bag or somewhere else. And that's the first one. There's the heart art that I made, and I'm just gonna hang it in my doorway. I have a toy ceiling and I have clearance for people to walk under. I'm just gonna hang it there. But that's what it looks like if you hang it up on the wall. The second craft is a door hanger. And I've gone ahead and I went to my door and I measured where I want the burlap to, where the hanger to be, and stop. So you have to go to your door and try to measure where you want your burlap to be. And then I have my second burlap ribbon, which is laced. I got this from the Dollar Tree. The bigger one, I don't know where I actually got it from, but I got it in the fall, and I think I got it from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. So I just have enough to fit on here, because I already went ahead and made another one of these with a Grapevine wreath that the Dollar Tree had, 5 of them in a pack. And I'll show you that one as well at the end. But this one, it doesn't matter as long as you have it at the end. You can just start at the top here, because part of this is going to go over my door anyway, and then I'm going to either staple it or put a tape on it, like a tacky tape. Usually I staple it, but that's how I do it. I staple it to my door, I pass it over the door, and I staple it to the door. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. And basically what I do is I just fold the bigger ribbon in half, and then I fold the smaller one in half as well, and to find the center. And then I put the smaller one where the half is, and then I start to glue. Since this will be my top and the portion that it's going over the door, I'm just going to bring it down until it lines up at the end. So I start to the end, at the end of this ribbon, and then go up, and then just let the ribbon stop wherever it stops, because that portion will be going over the door. If you have more ribbon, you can just extend it to the left. If you don't have that much, you just start gluing from the bottom and then go all the way to the top. But the ribbon is in the middle. I'm gonna do that one more time. I do my fold for both ribbons, and then I put the small ribbon center on the bigger ribbon center to find the center of the ribbon. So I fold the bigger one, and then I go ahead and fold the smaller one, and then that's where my center is, and then I start to glue. And then I'm just putting a dab of glue. I'm not going to glue this all the way through. I'm just going to glue like to hold it in place. So I'm going to have spaces in between of the glue. So I'm going to glue here, and I'm just going to come, and I'm going to glue all the way up here in the middle, there. And I'm going to pull this down. the key here is just so that this holds in place. I'm just putting enough glue so it doesn't fall apart. I'm just going to the top where it ends and then glue that in place as well. And so the first one of these I made was the Grapevine hearts. They came from at the Dollar Tree. They came 5 in a pack. And it looks something like this. And this was the first dough hanger I made using the Grapevine hearts. And basically I just line the heart up and then 5 in a row, and I just glue them together. And this goes on my ribbon glued in. And then I'm going to start gluing my heart in. So this time what I'm going to do is I usually stretch it out and then try to space it out to see where I want my hearts to go. I got these from the Dollar Tree as well. These are the hearts, the Cupid hearts with the arrow. So of course the first one you want to be on the very end of your ribbon, and then I'm just lining these up. You may not need all 6 of them. Basically what I do when I do this, I just use my finger and measure. I mean, you can get a ruler to be precise, but I think your finger is just as precise. So stretch it out and then keep going. Stretch that out. And place this over here. And this is pretty long, so I have to get up to finish placing all my hearts. And now I'm just going to extend this. And then again, use my finger, measure. There. And you have to be mindful. I think this is where you want to stop, especially since this is going over your door. You want to give yourself enough room to put it over your door. So I will say it's pretty consistent. Even with the Grapevine, I want to have 5. And I'm still able to fit it over my door. And with the Cupid hearts, I have 5 as well. So one thing I want to do with the Cupid hearts, I found these little roses at the Dollar Tree. They're kind of sponge-like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it. You can leave this as it is, or you can do what I'm doing. I'm going to glue it right here because there's a hole on the reef. And I'm just going to glue it right there so to cover the hole and just be a different interest. So there we go. And just put it right there at the tip of that hole so you can cover the hole. And I'm just gluing them, putting glue on the bottom. I need a glue stick right now. Let's put more glue in here. And then I'm just putting enough glue so that it holds. This dried pretty quickly. So here's my other glue. Here's my other rose. And then this is my sun's going right over the hole, so I cover that hole. And I'm keeping these pretty neutral. I do have some red items that I'm using, but for the most part, I'm keeping my decor pretty neutral. And I'll be bringing you my table set next week. So I'll be doing a Valentine's Day table and some Valentine's Day like decor in my home, and I'll let you see what I'm doing next week. And so I'm just gonna, I know where my hearts are supposed to be, and I'm gonna pick this one up. I guess the glue that was there initially or something, my glue stick is having a difficult time staying, so I'm just gonna go all the way down this, all the way around the heart, and create a heart shape. And just put enough glue on here. Again, I'm going to do my 1 finger spacing trick so that I have it in the right space, right there in the middle. The heart is right there. I'm using the line that is in my burlap to find my center. And these don't have to be perfect. They just have to be lined up the way they should be lined up. And that's my heart space right there. And I'm going all the way down around the heart. And just putting that all the way across. finger space from there, and then that's where my heart will be, right there in the middle. Making sure before I press it down that it's still that 1 finger space. And then there you go. Same thing here. Still 1 finger space, and I'm just trying to get my heart lined up with the center. The line of this. And then just go again, lift it up. Put my glue in here. So I'm not going to run out of glue again. So I get more glue for the tip. Just press it down. Same thing with this. Make sure I still have my 1 finger space, and I still do. And just go over this way. Everything is as simple as we need. And you know that the glue stick. I'm going to put that in there. I'm just going to lay this down quickly and grab this down and get to push some of this glue out. And then just lift it up again and get the rest in there. Like it starts to dry. And just put it right back down. And then, maybe just burn myself a little bit, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take this last one. You know where you should be. The tip is right at the end. And you're going to go down the center, all around in a heart shape. And go all the way in the spaces where look once you do the center. Just so that it stays and it doesn't fall over. And then I just start where my tip is, right there, in my right middle, and then just press this down. And there you go. And that's with the Grapevine heart. And I just pass it over the door. You just staple it, or you can use like a duct tape. My third product would be roses in a box. Basically, I got this box from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna put it upside down and use it. It was a picture in my really a box. And I'm just using it as a box of roses, and I have a ribbon. This is a velvet ribbon on, and then it has these little silver diamonds on them, so or trims, whatever you want to call it. Basically, this ribbon is a little bit thick for this box. So what I'm doing is I'm going around and gluing it first on the box, all around the box, and then I'll come back and fold it into the box, so I don't have to cut it, because I don't want to cut it and ruin it. So I'm going to start, and as you can see, this is what I'm doing. I'm just taking the ribbon and I'm just gluing this so that the silver part shows. I'm just going to do that all around the box with this. Some of the glue, and then just turn it on the other side. Add glue. Sorry about that. Glue all the way across. And then just glue it again. And press it all. And this is going to look my theme for Valentine's Day. I'll add a little black to my table scape. I hope I keep it that way, but when I do my table scape next week or this weekend, I'll bring you a video of what I did so you can see and get some ideas just in case you want to do your Valentine's table, since Valentine's Day this year is on a Sunday, and you can set your table for whatever size your family is. Do a nice family Sunday dinner. You can do brunch. So whatever you want to do on that day. It would just be nice to do something since they're not really going out and we have to stay inside. So, just push out whatever glue I can push out. Using my glue stick. I don't want this to dry, so I'm going to quickly put it down like so. And actually this is a Christmas ribbon, so but I'm sure you can find ribbons, any ribbon. It doesn't have to have like the metal lining or anything of the sort. And then I'm going to take my scissors and cut this and then fold, create a fold so that it looks nice and neat. And then I'll go on the inside and glue the overhang into the box. So I'm just going to create a little fold here. And this is a wide ribbon, so it's much more pliable than a regular ribbon would be. So I'm just going to go up the box, put a little bit dab of glue there, and then bring my folded ribbon over and just press it over and then seal. Ooh, you just see, I wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna do it one more time and just fold it down and grab that so that it just stays. And there you go. And try to take all the extra glue, that pieces of glue that comes over. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my overhang and just fold it into the box and just glue it so that it stays down. I'm going to get this out of your ready so you can see what I'm doing. I mean, you can find ribbon that go with the actual size of the box, but since I have so much ribbons at home and I didn't want to buy any new items, I decided to just work with what I have. So I'm going to start gluing the ribbon so that it stays on the inside. And just go around all 4 sides and do the other 3 sides and do the same thing. Right now I have a lot of glue on my fingers, so I'm trying to clear that out. Same way here, and I'm just making sure I push the corners in, like so. And then go to the other side. This is not going to be seen, so it doesn't really matter how neat it is, but just do your best. And then just go ahead and do this. And then I got these white roses from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put the roses in the box and create. So you need 3 of these, and they're about 7. No, there are 6 on each branch of roses. So what I did was I pulled them out. So you just go ahead and pull it out like so, and you just get this piece. I'm just going to only use the white ones. I'm not using any greenery or anything like that. And then you just take your glue, put it on the base, bring it all the way around as much as you can so that it sticks, and just start glue it without having it sit into your box, like so. And I'm doing everything I can so I don't have a lot of extra strings from the glue coming out. I think I put a little bit too much the first time. And that's my first rose. So usually what I do is I'm just going to do each one of these, and I'm going to line them up as I go along. So I'm just putting on a base, like that right here. On the little stem that's left, that's why I'm putting this. Alright, let's continue. My camera was giving me a little bit of a problem, so I had to take a look to see what was happening with it. I think I flew this one to kind of annoying, but I'll fix that later. And I'm just going through and Putting glue on my stamps, especially on the base of the stamp, and just sticking it in there. And I'm trying to create an overhang here also so that you can see it. And maybe I should have moved the stamp in and this would have stayed better, but I wanted it to have a little bit of height. That's why I kept the little bit of stamp on it. But it'll stay because once I fit it into the box, it will all just come together. So I'm just putting as much glue as I can on the stamp and then putting it in. And just doing this until I have some leaning over, but once you get it to all fit and they're on the end, then they'll stay. A lot of glue, just so it stays. And then once you get to the end, they will all be standing evenly because then you're. So I created a little bit of overhang, and I'm just going to go all around and get the stem. Lift this up so that let me know what you're doing for Valentine's. If you're by yourself, with your loved ones, just two of you, or you have kids, or are you planning on celebrating Valentine's? For me, it's just me, my husband, and my two kids. So I'll just make a very nice dinner and do a lot of cards. And then I'll put some chocolate on the tables for them to have. And maybe create like a little bit of personal gift for each person. But nothing fancy or nothing big. Not too many gifts. Just something to let them know that I love them and I'm always thinking of them. I'm going to do the cleanup when I'm done putting these in the box. I'm going to lift this and put the last one in here. And usually this box is about 5 roses per row so far. And I'm going to come on the other side and start from this end here. Pull this up and then glue this. I'm pretty much just gluing the stamps to the bottom of the box and not gluing the roses together. This is requiring a lot of glue, so I'm going to put another glue stick in there. Pull the rest of these out. These ones are a little smaller than the previous ones. So it's taking a little bit more roses. So far I have about, they're about the same 6. Doesn't matter the size. There's still 6 per row. So I'm going to stand this up again and try to create that overhang instead of having to fall inwards. I want them to fall upwards towards the edge of the box. And there we go. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5. This is 6. These are a little smaller. So many more attention to the sizes. What I was planning on doing, all white. I had a little bit more white than this, but since I don't have enough white, and I have a lot of reds and pinks, I'm going to do the reds. But the idea was to get all white, but you can do all white when you do yours, or all red, whatever color you want to do. Push this up. I'm going to do this again. Got enough roses to be able to show you what I'm doing. And now that you have them in, you don't really have to hold the roses with the glue for it to stick, because the box is half full. They're just sticking right in among the other roses, so the other roses are holding them up. The completion of my box. And these other roses are a little bit tiny, so, and you can adjust these because they're just all artificial. So you can open them up and pull them out more and do whatever you want to do. But this is what it looks like when it's done. So you can use this on your table as a decoration any time of the year, and you can add whatever you want to add to it, whatever color you want to add, but I have red and white for Valentine's Day. If you like the 3 crafts that I've shown you today and you want to see more crafts like it, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, share. Let me know what other content you would like to see, and I will be bringing you a lot more content this year. My channel is very new, but I do intend to continue to bring you more content throughout this year, 2021. So please, again, subscribe to my channel. Your subscription does help the channel grow. And thank you, and have a great day.